Shalom, Yasharallah. I like to begin, as always, by saying I want to give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Orcha, Quadash, whom I worship. Double honors to my elder apostles, the great millstone, who taught me this word in sincerity and in truth, and who rule well. Salutations be to the hopeful elect that are out there on the highways, byways, hedges, and gaps, pushing the true doctrine of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, and His true and holy name. And also, good salutations be to the great cloud of witnesses of Yasharallah all throughout the world, those that be believing amongst the heathen, no matter what country they're in, no matter what they look like, but they are believing in this true gospel that's being preached in these last days. May the Lord grant you His holy salvation at His appearing. So there's a lot of things happening. There's a lot going on. There's a lot going on, man. You know, with the recent destruction or attack against the Nordstream 1 and Nordstream 2 systems, and everything is pointing to the U.S. that the U.S. had some involvement with this, man. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of things going on, man. Which is good for prophecy's sake, you know? And definitely we are at war, man. You know? And I'm gonna get some articles. And but pretty much, man, definitely the Lord is stirring things up between Magog, the beast, the whore, all right? The 10 horns. Things are starting to brew up, man. And this is good because we are in the last days, and this is prophecy. This was prophesied, man. All right, so let me pull up a couple of articles on what's happening. I would like to say that if you're new, please subscribe and hit that notification bell so that you'll be alerted of new videos that I put up. And I represent the group, the spiritual group called Great Millstone, also known as GMS, of the Hebrew Israelites. Okay. And what we do is we prophesy what's about to happen in the near future. All right, and we also teach our peoples, right, the so-called Black, Latino, and Native American Indian peoples, that they are of the lost tribes of the nation of Israel. Okay, and we teach them the truth, of their identity, and we warn them of what's to come and how they can learn to learn the truth. And how they can learn to come back to the Most High, come back to God, if you will, right? So that they may have a good chance of being delivered of the great destruction that's coming. And we teach that the thermonuclear missiles that the nations have, that they're going to use them to destroy America completely, and that America is Babylon the Great. All right, that's what we teach, and that's what we stand for. We also teach that the thing that is called the human implantable device, that is, we call it the C-hip. That is in the Bible, and is known as the MOTB. If you don't know what the MOTB is, just all you got to do is read the book of Revelation, the 13th chapter and the 16th verse, okay? All right, so now I'm going to pull up some articles, of which I'm going to put the links to these articles in the description box below so that you can check them out for yourself. All right, let's go. Before I bring out that article, I'm going to bring out a video explaining exactly what happened. If you're not on up to the news, some people just don't watch the news, you know what I'm saying? Because they don't want to deal with reality and what's going on. Or, you know, people have been turned away from the news because a lot of it, the mainstream media, is fake, which is true. A lot of it is. But sometimes they put, you know, some truth in there, you know. And then you have something called alternative media, you know, that you go watch, and you know, different people give you the facts on what's really happening in the world. All right. So let me just put up a quick video to fill you in on what has happened. You know, dealing with the Nordstream 1 and 2 pipelines, which, you know, those are pipelines that Russia controls, right? So let me just pull that up real quick.
So we have some breaking news that actually broke yesterday, that the Nordstream 1 pipeline and the Nordstream 2 pipeline has been blown up under the water off of Germany in that area. There's massive leaks which are going on right now. And it does look like that the United States of America, or NATO, is to blame for blowing up Russia's and Germany's pipelines. So folks, if this can truly be proven, then we are going to war with Russia very, very soon. Now, Russia says that the USS Kershage, which is a U.S. Navy Special Forces amphibious assault group ship, was in the area at the time that this explosion took place. So only our Navy ship was in the area. So did we do it, folks? So I want to bring you this this excerpt from President Joe Biden promising to shut down the Nord Stream 2 pipeline. He promised this, and it does look like that from all indications that we probably did this, United States of America. So I'm going to go ahead and play this for you now, and I want you to listen to Joe Biden telling the world that they're going to stop permanently the Nord Stream 2 pipeline.
Let me answer the first question first. If Russia invades, that means tanks or troops crossing the border of Ukraine again. Then there will be no longer a Nord Stream 2. We will bring an end to it.
But how will you do that exactly? Since the project and control of the project is within Germany's control.
We will. I promise you, we'll be able to do it. Let me answer the first question first. If Russia invades, that means tanks or troops crossing the border of Ukraine again. Then there will be no longer a Nord Stream 2. We will bring an end to it.
But how will you do that exactly? Since the project and control of the project is within Germany's control.
We will. I promise you, we'll be able to do it.
So there you have it, folks. We have Joe Biden snickering like a little kid in a candy store, pretty much admitting to what they were going to do. So they did it, folks. It does look like the United States has egg on their face. And if Russia finally concludes that the United States of America had anything to do with this explosion and this holes in the pipeline, then we are going to war, folks. This is an act of war to blow up somebody's pipeline. And War News 24/7 is reporting on the verge of global conflict. Special forces dropped 100 TNT bombs, or I guess they mean pounds or something, on the Russian Nord Stream 2 pipeline. The explosion caused an earthquake. And we have the video from that. So I'm going to read you this article. This is very dramatic, folks. We have, this is just a picture of special forces, what they can do underwater with their equipment on. Folks, we probably did this. I'm going to go out on a limb and say that our country did this, or NATO. Energy developments in the global level are triggered by the blowing up of the Russian natural gas pipeline Nordstream 1 and 2. According to the information, a group of underwater expeditions of an unknown country placed bombs in the thick concrete-coated steel pipes located at the bottom. The Swedish seismologist Bijan Lund even reported that at least 100 kgs of TNT or even more must have been used for these explosions. The Norwegian seismic array, the NORSAR, pointed out that the earthquake caused by the Nord Stream explosions was about as big as the one caused by an explosion in Oslo in 2011.
Okay, so yeah, so they're saying that that it was the U.S. who did it, and everything is pointing to the U.S. Being guilty of this, man. So if that's the case, like he said, and that was from a channel called World War 3 or WW3 News. I'm gonna have to subscribe to that channel, but and it was done within Germany's territory. Now, if they did that and they did it without Germany's knowledge, then that could cause friction even within, NATO, and them being upset with the U.S. And if that's the case, then that's right on point, because something's gonna happen. Like I always keep saying, not me per se, the scriptures said that they shall hate the whore. The 10 horns, they were gonna hate the whore and burn her with fire, because America is always doing some stupid shit. The United States government and the military are always doing some stupid shit against the other nations, because they think that they are greater than everybody else, right? That's that little horn, man. That was more stout than his fellows. The notable little horn that it spoke about in the book of what is that? Daniel. I believe that was Daniel the 7th chapter. This is it right here. Daniel's chapter 7 verse 8. It says, I considered the horns, and behold, there came up among them another little horn. Right. That little horn is speaking about America. All right. Before whom there were 3 of the first horns plucked up by the roots, and the 3 of the first horns that were plucked up by the roots, it was dealing with over here in America in the beginning, right? During the colonization period, if you will, of this land, of Esau, right? It was the Spanish, the French, and the British, right? Because they had colonized this land, right? Before this land became known as America or whatever. So they were plucked up, and they had the so-called Revolutionary War and all that stuff. So that's what that's talking about. All right. And it says, and behold, in this horn were eyes like the eyes of man. Yeah, the eyes of a white man. All right, the Edomite eyes, and a mouth speaking great things. And you hear Joe Biden right there speaking boldly and proudly and snickering at what they were going to do to the Nord Stream pipeline, because that's how they are, man. Now, if they did that without Germany's knowledge, man, that means that, remember, if Satan be divided against Satan, how shall his kingdom stand? So over there in Germany, that's Teman. Those are Edomites. And if Esau over here in America are doing things without the knowledge of Germany and the other NATO member nations or the EU nations, they're gonna get angry with the U.S. and they're gonna turn around and, like the scriptures say, burn her with fire and make her naked. All right, that's gonna happen in the near future. That's prophecy. So the Lord got all the major and main players in the right places, man, in their right places, okay, to make sure that they do what he has set them up to do, and that's to get into war, to lock horns, all right, so that they could ultimately get together in the Middle East to destroy themselves and then ultimately destroy America 100%. All right, that's all. This is all the Lord is orchestrating this whole thing, this whole theater of war, right? So now let me read that article. All right, it says Russia to summon UN Security Council. Moscow will request a meeting over suspected, and Russia is a part of that Security Council, right? Russia is a part of the UN Security Council, man. It says Moscow will request a meeting over suspected sabotage against the Nordstream pipeline. This shows a file photo. Members of the UN Security Council meet at the United Nations headquarters in New York City. It says Moscow wishes to call an emergency UN Security Council session over the provocations at the Nord Stream 1 and 2 pipelines. Russian Foreign Ministry spokeswoman Maria Zakharova said on Wednesday in a Telegram post both pipelines were severely damaged earlier this week in what many suspect was a deliberate attack. Danish authorities confirmed gas leaks from they said that the explosion of those pipelines caused an earthquake to happen, man. They picked up some activity, the seismologists or whatever they got set up, man, radars or whatever the hell they got set up to pick up seismic activity. They picked up some kind of earthquake, some kind of tremors and stuff because of this. So that must have been a huge blow, man. And my man mentioned the amount of they use, of bombs they use or whatever, so you could go back and see what he had said. I forget the exact amount, but it was a lot for it to cause a damn earthquake, a little earthquake, man, right? It says Danish authorities confirmed gas leaks from the pipelines not far from the island of Bornholm, and the gas leaks. What do you think that's gonna do? If that was underwater, that's pollution, man. Pollution in the water, man. So that's messed up. Any animals in that area, they're gonna die because of this. It says Danish authorities confirmed gas leaks from the pipelines not far from the island of Bornholm in the Baltic Sea on Monday after the operator reported a loss of pressure in both Nord Stream 1 and 2. Swedish and Danish authorities later confirmed a series of undersea explosions had been detected before the leaks were confirmed. It says Russian, American, and Swedish officials all said that the damage might have been the result of a targeted attack on pipeline infrastructure. No suspects behind the incident have officially been named, although in a tweet, former Polish Foreign Minister Radoslaw Sikorski thanked Washington for destroying the pipeline. Moscow, which called the incident a terrorist attack, also named the U.S. as a potential suspect. Yeah, they pointing their fingers, man. And obviously, they got this damn devil Joe Biden speaking proudly, man, that they were going to do something like this, right? That dude's a complete idiot, man. So what do you think? Of course, I'm a you know, we don't know, right? Unless they already came out with an article saying that that they could prove it, and we don't know. You know, we'll see. But I could bet you the world that that the Edomites over here in America did it, right? It doesn't take a freaking genius to know this. It says, or to pick that one up. It says several high-ranking German MPs have pointed the finger at Russia, accusing it of attempts to stir up uncertainty among the European population. So, Germany didn't know of this. If it was the U.S. and they come to find out that it was the U.S., yo, the Germans are like, yo, what in the hell are you guys doing, man? You know, you making the situation worse. And that seems like something these damn devils over here would do. Some sneaky ass shit, man. You know, they're gonna cause. Hey, look, man. Some shit is about to go down. All right, that's all I gotta say. It says there has been no shortage of threats from foam. I don't know what that SFOME, Western nations against Russian undersea pipelines, particularly Nordstream 2, both before and after late February, when Moscow sent troops into Ukraine. It had been ready to pump gas since September last year, but was not put into operation due to Germany's refusal to certify it. Polish President Andrzej Duda demanded last month that the pipeline be totally scrapped. U.S. President Joe Biden warned in early February, which that was the video that my man had played, before Russia began its military operation in Ukraine, that if Moscow acts against Kiev, there will no longer be a Nord Stream 2. We will bring an end to it. A journalist asked him to clarify what exactly he meant, to which Biden responded, "I promise you, we will be able to do that." So that's proud. That little horn, man. That proud little freaking horn. All right, talking shit. And yeah, so they're gonna that's gonna cause something. All right. Just look, we are already at war. All right. Now, has an official declaration of war been made? No, but it's about to. It's about to, man. So, you know, the beginning of next year is gonna be more than likely all-out war, or even before then, way before then, between the U.S. and Russia being Magog in the scriptures, okay? The U.S. being the horde that sits upon the scarlet-colored beast, the beast being NATO, and all this is gonna drag all nations into this huge and last confrontation, man. World War III, right? Let me see what other articles I could pull up. This is another article here. Like I said, I'm going to put these articles in the description box below so that you could check them out, man. And, you know, it says, there's another one, and this is all from RT, right? It says, CIA warned Germany of pipeline attack. Spiegel. U.S. spies allegedly told Berlin about a threat to Nord Stream weeks ago. It says a ship works offshore in the Baltic Sea on the natural gas pipeline Nord Stream 2 from Russia to Germany. It says Germany was forewarned ahead of this week's attack on gas pipelines in the Baltic Sea. Der Spiegel claimed on Tuesday. The CIA told Berlin weeks ago that the Russian Nordstream infrastructure was vulnerable, according to the magazine. Officials are now investigating after a massive gas leak appeared off the Danish island of Bornholm, and seismologists confirmed that detecting explosions on the sea floor. It says officials are now investigating after a massive gas leak appeared off the Danish island of Bornholm, and seismologists confirmed detecting explosions on the sea floor. I already read that. It says a tip from the U.S. spy agency was received in Berlin during the summer, the outlet said, citing several people familiar with the matter. Officially, however, the federal government declined to comment on the intelligence-related matters. German security services are currently examining satellite imagery of the area where the explosions occurred, but see only unremarkable naval traffic, according to Spiegel. They are also convinced that only a state actor could have done this, suggesting divers or a mini submarine could have installed mines or explosives on the pipeline. So I'm like I said, put this in the description box below so you can check it out. Yeah, so pretty much this is just like breaking news and stuff like that, and keeping you aware of what's happening. So just how would you say, just check back here a little later, man. Might have a little something else, dealing with this situation here. All right, so with that, I'm gonna say shalom. Keep watching, keep your faith, stay strong.